ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LMG here, and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Yeah, Experimental Branch 6.0. As you know, we're doing our ongoing hard mode series, which I'm about actually finished up recording on. The Experimental Branch just came out onto Steam, so we're going to be taking a look at 6.0. There's actually a lot of cool stuff in this one. So we're actually going to start a new game. There's a couple different scenarios and stuff you can check out. It's actually pretty awesome. Actually, let's see if anything's changed in the player setup. I know that we're changing a little bit, but I think this is kind of the same old beard, you know. Well, I don't want a beard, of course. But yeah, the character creation in this isn't, you know, spectacular, but you're not here for that. Definitely not. So let's get into a new game, because I want to show you what I've seen here. They've actually got a couple different scenarios, which is actually pretty cool. Let's go click on the different one. Yeah, this one is an oceanic planet with vast oceans, volcanic islands, and large continents with mountain ranges. Breathable atmosphere. Cool. So it's kind of a custom way they're doing things. But let's go starting location Atlantis. Atlantis orbit. Aesolite. Oh, so we got a bunch of different planets now. Ice planet with steep mountains. There's no breathable atmosphere, but oxygen can be generated from the snow. Oh, we got Mars! Holy Alright. Mountain range, lake plains, and okay, so it's kind of like you want to say a little bit like Omicron, but Atlantis. But let's go to, this is one I'm kind of enjoying. Yeah, Earth 2154. Almost searching their way to establishing the big universe to control population, the government forced a base and capital ship limit on the planet. Well, that's kind of a little weird, because if you're playing on single player anyway, that's probably what would you have. Okay, invaders. That's kind of interesting. So I don't know if any of this stuff will have aliens in here. See, that is fine. I'm going to tweak this a little bit for exploring a little bit. Too rich. We're going to do a little bit fast here. Yeah, that's fine. The rest of them being hard and that's fine. That's fine. So let's go to Earth, guys. Oh, let's be exciting. Yeah, I have about 400 hours in the game. I've lately been kind of meh on it. I mean, 400 hours for like $20 game is just amazing, quite frankly. But it's only so much I can do. But 6.0 is supposed to have a lot of great stuff. Oh, okay, we're going back now. Oh, look at the new HUD. You can actually check out the new HUD up there. You can actually tell the temperature, radiation as well. What? I don't even know what to do right now. I mean, okay, we're actually right next to a magnesium deposit, but I don't know what's going on right now. There's just so much. They've totally actually changed the UI, which is spectacular. Oh my god. I don't know, I kind of did like the other AI. This is kind of more streamlined survival-ish type bar. I did like, but this is less clunky, because the AI used to take up a whole crap ton. Game looking good though. Game is looking good. Ow. Okay. Okay. We want to see what trouble we can get into as fast as we can. Okay. Everything look a little bit more vibrant as well, I want to say. Oh yeah, they've changed this up. Wow, this is actually more akin to a game that kind of does take some stuff from Space Engineers. Definitely kind of reminds me of that inventory. What do we got here? Anti-radiation pills. Oh, so radiation is a thing. Okay. That's fine. And we have Triceratops is back. Alright, Triceratops. Well, actually, we're going to place our survival. Oh. Yeah, let's put our constructor in here. My key might be a little different now. Boop. Alright. Put our stuff. Yeah, so that's more resources than I usually ever get. We're going to start opening up for our own grow plants. Wow, this is how the other half lives. That's kind of nice. Well, we'll put that in there as well. Because I do want to make... Wow, this is just... I'm just taken aback by how different this is right now. Let's make a motorbike. Because I don't know about you, but I just want to go check it out. Okay, that'll get... Ooh, look at that. This is... Wow. Very, very different. You'll notice... And let me know what you guys think about the UI changes. What is that, actually? Sensor trigger blocks. So is that kind of like a radar? Oh, God, I want to make that. We gotta make electronics and metal components first. Well, we'll make some of that. Five, and then I just want to see some of the new stuff. So. Yeah, I forgot they also released to change the icons as well. So if you haven't played a while, you definitely want to check it out. And this game is constantly getting changes. It's quite something. Okay. I just want to see what that does. Okay, well, we'll go see what that does. And we'll put a core in there. We'll also put a, we'll also get a base as well, just to see how that goes onto there. Okay, we'll also put that, because I just want to drive around and see what some of the changes have been. So I don't know exactly what the galaxy is going to look like now. So we're actually have to open up the map and see if we can see, at least in this scenario, is it going to be completely different? Alright, we're not going to mess with that right now. I'm not... Okay. So what does this actually do? Trapdoors. Oh my god, really? Trigger plates, light barriers. Oh, so you can actually make a light barrier. A lever. Explosive block. Oh my god, guys, we have Minecraft. Minecraft! That's what the light barrier does. Well, I'm going to go up there and just see. Let's see if we can control that. Okay, so it's like that. So if somebody's coming up to your base, say, let's say somebody's coming up to your base, boom, trigger. Gives you an audible alarm. Okay, so F3 now the tech key. Let's see if this has changed any. We'll go through a slow pan. Repair station, yeah, that has changed as well. Ventilator. Oxygenating, oh, so because actually in this room, you'll actually be able to oxygenate your rooms, so you won't need to be able to do all that. That's actually pretty cool. So that actually is a ventilator you need about level 3. Armor locker. So I know there's going to be different types of armor you can get as well. Probably under miscellaneous or tools, perhaps. And of course, the usual. That hasn't changed too much. That's pretty much all the same. Change stuff for the base. Let's see what's changed. Yeah, likewise for the ventilator. I think really all they did was add the ventilator onto that one. Small vessel, see if we have any changes. Yeah, but likewise, you can have a room completely oxygenated for even your small vessels as well. Also on your, oh yeah, you also can do it on your HVs. Pretty cool. Okay. Nothing really lays, not really any balance changes or anything, it looks like. That's gonna all change the same. Multi-tools, that's all changed the same. Light armor, okay, let's look at light armor here. So actually, metal components, electronics, cables, armor, cold, current durability, degradation factor. So it does degrade kind of over time. And just fall damage it does kind of degrade as well. Heat, jetpack. Okay, so this guy actually got a lot of stuff in it. We can't unlock that until we actually get a stat point. But it looks like that's the only armor I can see right now. But you do get that, you can get that right away. We'll probably just... We're gonna shoot a couple things and get that real quick. That is actually pretty cool. You get that going. Trapdoors and explosive blocks. That's pretty cool. Though that could probably be a little bit dangerous. So we'll get a couple of these going. I'll just kind of go a little bit nuts. Because I did want to check out... Darn, I'm so excited I can't remember now. I just want to have the stuff ready for when we do get light armor. Let's go check that out. I'll go check a little bit of the planet as well. But actually, let's pop open to the map screen. Okay, so we actually got rich. Wow. Yeah, this is Earth. Earth has changed a little bit in 21. Whatever it was. There's actually only really like a couple large bodies of water. So we got Mercury. Oh my god, we have Alpha Centauri. Andromeda. We have different galaxies. Wow. Guys, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Alright guys, I'm going to pop ahead a little bit. And we're going to explore the rest of the planet here. Alright gang, I've been gone for a little bit, been messing around. Unfortunately, this version is a little bit buggy. This is experimental branch. I actually had my survival constructor with all my stuff in it disappear. So, yeah, we're screwing it down a little bit. One thing I found that this is Earth. Then what is... Like I said, what is that? You know, I haven't been on this planet very long, but I think I would have recognized that. That's a little odd. Anyway, though, yeah, sadly these aren't in the creative mode, because I'd actually find this explore this a little better. There's only they have a couple different scenarios in survival mode, so it's a little bit disappointing on that. I would kind of like to actually add that to creative mode to mess around with, but let's continue driving around a little bit. I might hop into creative mode to search some other stuff. So unfortunately, if that disappears, we really can't do much about it, unfortunately, yeah. So I will pop back in a little bit in creative mode. Alright, boys and girls, we are back actually on the Kua Moon. Actually, I just went into creative mode so I could bring you quickly all the toys and all the really cool things that are coming into 6.0. As you can see straight up ahead here, we do have a teleportation gate. Sadly, though, I think it might be slightly wonky. I found quite a few bugs in the experimental branch today. This just came out, so you kind of gotta bear with it. Yeah. No, I can't set one. There actually also is a teleporter. And we'll go in and actually look to see how we can make this. But if I go to the teleporter, yeah, it will just... If I use it, it will like kind of like give the warp jump sound. But I just wind up right here. And I actually have one set up on the Akua too, but I went through the map, I checked that all out. As far as I know, and then also in the control panel, there is nowhere to set that. So, yeah, your guess is as good as mine. You have no idea on that one. I'll just set up some, well, can I deactivate the oxygen the room? Oh, probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, actually, yeah, I do have oxygenated rooms now in, let's see that. Yeah, in 6.0. So you actually you won't have to go, get up in air in your bases anymore. As long as you got air flowing through, you're going to be fine. You don't have to have your helmet on or anything. Yeah, just not everywhere, just inside your room, because if you actually do have a hull breach or something on your ship, it also applies to small vessels and capital vessels. But if you have a hull breach or something, there's some place, oxygen's getting out, yeah, you will be losing oxygen. So we see on the base here, yeah, oxygen time. Yeah, right there. Not too bad. I actually do want to see, show you one other thing that is actually pretty awesome. Because no longer will you actually have to fill up individual tanks, like each tank by itself. All you really got to do is drop, let's say, an oxygen tank or a fuel cell into one of these, into just the fill oxygen or the fill fuel thing, and that fills up all of the tanks. So overall, now you just have a general grouping of all of it. I didn't like this at first. It kind of looked a little odd to me. But it works pretty awesome. You don't have to go through every menu and mess with like 5, fill up 8 different tanks. You can do it all just like that. That is bravissimo, bravissimo. That is awesome. I love that. That is pretty nice. Also, we might say that up for that. That is an explosive block. I want to see what that does. Because now they have a bunch of traps, I guess you can set. Very kind of Minecraft-y. Yeah, it says no teleportation block. I will mess with this, but so far I have not been able to figure that one out. Not been able to figure that one out. Also, another item I did want to check. I didn't actually see that in here. There was to make a furnace on when I was in survival mode, but I didn't see it on here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's go see what the furnace is as well. And we'll get into the repair station of that in just a second here. Yeah, because there's actually quite a few things. Wow, that is Gigantor. That is, when they make a furnace, man, they make a furnace. So this is actually a constructor as well. So templates. Is this just for making ore? Well, let's go. I just want to see how that goes. So actually, yeah, we are in creative mode. I only really use this, so we'll just bring me some of that. Just to see how this works. So maybe this just makes ore super fast. Well, everything's, it's on creative mode, so everything's really kind of fast anyway. So that's all the forge does, actually. Alright. That's actually the repair. So we'll get right back to that. I want to see right now, actually, if you can anymore. Well, you still can't. That's a little confusing. Maybe it just does it faster. Maybe it just does it faster. Because still in the constructor, you can do that. Maybe there's things to add. I was thinking that was going to go into armor forging or something. Because yet I haven't figured out how to actually forge those armors. That we will, let's repair that. We do know how to repair them now. Yeah, there's nowhere to actually make armor in this. Okay, we'll go over the stats for that real quick in case anybody's already number crunching. Quite a few power coils as well. That's not horrible bad though, especially later in game. Armor locker, pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. That's not too bad. Repair station as well, not too expensive. Those sensor trigger blocks are fairly inexpensive, really. Also with the ventilator. They gotta keep that pretty cheap because you gotta keep breathing. Think anything else? Also, another weird thing, I haven't really quite figured that one out. I might only be able to find these by looting the rifle kits. Yeah. Yeah, the rifle kits. Some of these you need for a lot of weapons. Yeah, not for the basic stuff. But once you get into assault rifle 2, yeah, because there's another second tier to the assault rifle before the pulse rifle. Yeah, and the shotgun. You do need these kits. Though, anywhere in the template right now, I do not see how to make those. I got that from creative mode. It could be a lootable thing, so you might have to actually loot that. Could be a bit of trouble on the open public servers. We'll have to see. Because a lot of time, not a lot of loot anyway on there. But anyway. Okay, so it's kind of disappointing. I really wanted to teleport to another planet. But the way that should work is if you set up a teleporter, say on Akua, and they set up a teleporter on Mespron, you should be able to lock targets and then just teleport away, in theory. Maybe there's somewhere else on here. I was thinking there was another button somewhere I could set. I also looked in the controls. I couldn't figure out. So if you guys are doing the experimental branch, let me know in the comments. I cannot figure that one out. But anyway, we've done the forge. Seems maybe it's just a bit faster. We'll have to see. We're in creative mode, so it's kind of tough to tell. But, and also I noticed in the tech tree, we're up to level 25 now. They actually did add that. They didn't add too much to the tech tree, but they did expand the level, so it's going to be a little later end game, which I'm fine with. Yeah, because usually, up on the servers and stuff, you do level up pretty dang fast. Okay, so let's actually check. The repair station, how it works is because your armor actually does have durability, etc. Then you can sit in here, should be able to repair it. It'll take a certain time to repair, and then you can get it back. And likewise, you will need one of these to change their armor. Though I'm going to have to say it's lootable right now because I can't find anywhere. I've gone through everything. There's nothing really to... I thought the forge was going to be involved, but apparently it's not. Yeah, but if you want to go into change your armor here, actually we're wearing the heavy armor. We can actually wear the light armor, which you can actually tell the difference there. Got the heavy. Heavy, a lot more durability. A lot more armor. On the light is about 180. That's what you normally start out with. So that actually is quite nice. Got better heat and cold resistance. Yeah, better rad resistance too. Yeah. Food factor 2.0. So I guess maybe you need more 1 point. So actually you probably can actually consume more food in this, I guess. Well, because I guess that's understandable. So you're going to have to kind of trade off depending on your needs. Though usually food in this is not really a factor. Though I'm going to imagine, so far as I can tell, I think the forge is involved somehow, but I don't think it's all in there. Because that seems really, I don't know, like a step we don't need for the forge. Because unless it's like bam, bam, bam fast, it's big, it's bulky. I don't really like that myself. Yeah, we're just going to check out the medium armor. And then back to heavy again. Oh, back to heavy. There we go. That actually looks kind of Power Ranger-y, but I like it. I like it. That's kind of cool. Okay, cover the boner, teleporters, everything. The last thing we're going to cover, we're going to try this explosion block. I don't know if that affects me, though. No? I think that would only be your enemies. I guess that would only be your enemies. Because if you do actually bring up, if we do bring up, well, lever too. Let's. So you can't kind of set up a trap, I'd imagine. So you can't do anything with that yet. You can unlock lock. Text signal. Go signal. I would imagine. Maybe you could use that for... Oh, so you can just turn stuff on and off. Makes it a little fancier. Okay, cool. Let's actually try that. Give me another... Let's go to another switch. We're going to check that real quick. But so far, I will say I am vastly impressed. It's got a lot of bugs. It's going to have to air out. I don't know exactly when this is coming out. I said within the next 2 weeks. I hope they don't push this one because it does have a few bugs I would definitely like to get fixed. So we can actually just put that on there then. Okay, so. See, I don't know sure if those are really connected yet because that's still turning. Yeah, that's still turning. So, don't know. I think there's just a lot of play stuff. I don't think they have everything intact, of course. But let's play on with the trapdoor. Just to see. Oh! So you could actually, in theory... Oh, it didn't. Of course, structural integrity. So in theory, you would actually just go... Oh, that could be pretty awesome, actually. Trapdoor animated. Let's actually check that out, too. That's actually pretty cool. That's a bit Minecrafty, but I will allow it. Oh, so those are a one-time breakage. But these will actually operate every time. Well, that's kind of, I think it's something I would save for one time, because that's never going to work twice. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we also got light bearers, which we showed off earlier. Trigger plate, which probably actually would set off the explosion. Let's see if that triggers that. I'm thinking that goes with that. I'll let you know. I should be able to survive. We're in creative mode, so that should trigger. That should trigger that. I would think. Yep. Or maybe it just sets out the alarm, kind of signal alarm. But the other one did that too, so that's kind of confusing. We'll show off the light barrier. Let's show off the sensor barrier as well. Let's actually check those as well. So kind of expand, you can expand the area too. That'll set it off. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, just kind of the same thing as the sound. Yeah, so you'll know if somebody's coming. Pretty cool. Alright guys, one thing I'll leave up here. I will continue as they update the experimental branch and let you know when that comes out. Yeah, Empyrion Hard Mode series might be out a little bit of. I've about almost finished. It's about finished. I'm just kind of ending up. Kind of just going to be on hiatus for the first chapter because we've pretty much done everything. But 6.0 is going to change that quite a bit. I just don't want to get into the game while it's in experimental mode because that can mess some stuff up. I've had survival constructor disappear on me when I spawned, various other stuff. So it's kind of play. I wouldn't recommend using your own save files if you've got something really important. Don't use that. Just kind of be cautious. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit the like button. Just help a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.